If you really knew me, you'd know that I'm adopted. Sometimes that's hard, sometimes it's easier. I actually know my birth mom and have a couple of half-brothers. So overall it's been good. I have like this kind of new family the last 12 years or so.
If you really knew me, you'd be surprised to know that my wife was almost killed in a car accident not too long, well, I guess it was a while ago, about 10 years ago. She was driving down the highway and a 16-year-old girl was texting and caused an accident, and she was killed. The 16-year-old girl was killed, and she injured 6 or 7 other people. My wife spent months in the hospital and has been suffering from some problems ever since then, and that really changed me and makes me realize that you really should listen to those warnings about not texting, because it can ruin someone's life, including your own, and I'm proof of that.
If you really knew me, you'd know that I don't drink any alcohol. I grew up in a house with an alcoholic parent and a lot of angst. And arguments in my house always ended up with somebody getting ridiculously drunk and screaming and yelling and storming out. It's just a really toxic environment that I grew up in. I had an uncle when I was younger, watched him lose everything to alcohol. His wife, his kids, his marriage, his house, and ultimately he ended up dying from alcohol poisoning. Found him in the street. And but none of that really registered with me at the time. And being in college and partying with friends and hanging out and stuff like that, I was kind of like the negative side of alcohol and drinking was always there, but it was something that people usually laughed off. And I was a junior in college when a friend of mine was out at the bars in downtown Davis and was a responsible guy and had lined up a ride home, and his ride flaked on him and he was too drunk to drive, so he thought he was doing the right thing and he decided to walk home, ended up somehow on Highway 80, got hit by a car and died. And I just got to the point in my life where I looked back at all this stuff and just thought, alcohol is such a big part of our culture and our society and our social scenes, but it didn't make sense for me to be inviting that sort of negativity into my life. So I made the conscious choice to just not engage in that anymore. And that doesn't mean that I don't have friends that don't drink or that drink, or family that still drinks, but it just means that I choose not to in that situation, and that's become a big part of who I am. And yeah, so that's something that you might not have known about me, but now you do.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it in the air? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I can feel it in the
or is it just me? Trust me, something in the air just above me. Something like a dream state, you call it a clean break. Do you feel the vibes, baby? Do you feel the vibes?
Isn't just me. Me. Do you feel it? I can feel it in the air. Isn't just me. Isn't just me.
Do you feel the buzz or is it just me? Trust me, something in the air is just above me. Something like a dream state, I can't even see straight. Do you feel the buzz, babe? Do you feel the buzz?
Bye.